Welcome to Just Haley, a podcast where Haley talks about whatever she just wants to talk about.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Just Haley. Tonight's episode is focused on my experience meeting Lauren Graham, aka Lorelai Gilmore. Here is our first and only segment of the podcast.
I am just a Gilmore girly.
Boy, with the poodles already.
For our first segment today, a little story time on how I met Lauren Graham, or you might know her as Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. Lauren released a book, Have I Told You This Already, in November of 2022, but due to COVID, wasn't able to do a book tour. She rescheduled the tour for 2023 for the release of the paperback book of Have I Told You This Already? And I was able to get tickets to both the VIP meet and greet and a book tour interview. The event was at Trinity Hall downtown, and we got there right before check-in time, but had to wait outside in the freezing cold because we were trying to look cute and didn't wear a coat. We waited outside for almost 30 minutes. But once we finally got inside, we all got lined up to meet Lauren. She was in a little side room with just her and a photographer. And oh my gosh, she was absolutely gorgeous. She had on this very fitted green velvet suit. And she actually said in the interview that she wore velvet for multiple of her book tours, which I just thought was like super stylish. So, love her. Also, so I knew she was tall. They talk about it on the show. Richard, looks at her and goes, "You're tall." But I knew she was tall. She seemed even taller than in person. But just absolutely stunning. Also, one of my friends mentioned that she gets, some kind of shine done to her hair by her hairstylist. Love it. So, we got to go into the room and talk to her for a few seconds. The professional photographer, snapped a picture. She was very polite, just like the kindest person ever. Asked about the skateboard. She doesn't actually remember getting the skateboard as a gift, but I told her that I heard that both her and Alexis would have received one. It was really quick, 30 seconds in and out. She asked a couple questions about it, but getting to hug her and take a picture with the Lorelai Gilmore was an absolute dream come true. After the meet and greet, we went upstairs in the church and hung out for an hour until the book tour started. It was a little odd. The lights were off and we were in a church. It was an interesting vibe. But I wasn't able to give Lauren my friendship bracelets during the meet and greet, so I talked with someone on her team who was able to take them to her. She said she would personally give them to Lauren, which is just so cool. That person was so nice. One of them said Lorelai, one said Lauren, and those two matched in kind of color and theme. And then a third one said Tree Chuck Bob, which is actually an inside joke from the show that I learned about from Valerie Campbell, who was a key set costumer during the original series of Gilmore Girls. She is on TikTok at Valerie's Cat Ice Cream, EYESCREAM. She is really cool, shares all sorts of stories about working on the show. So, if you like Gilmore Girls, check her out. For the actual book tour interview, Lauren was interviewed by her friend and fellow actor, Sam Pancake. Love the last name. But Sam is an actor who was in lots of different movies and TV shows, a couple of odd ones, the ones I hadn't heard before. The ones I have heard are Dumplin', Legally Blonde 2, and, of course, Gilmore Girls, A Day in the Life. So here is a picture of Sam in the Gilmore Girls revival. I think this is when they are reviewing the Stars Hollow musical. But he pops up multiple times. He's in a couple of the town hall meetings. The interview as a whole was a little bit over an hour, and all of it was just absolutely perfect. She's so nice and absolutely hilarious. She had little one-liners that just made everyone in the room laugh. It was the first time she ever came to Denver, and she was a little worried about the snow, but she said she loved being here. She also loves coffee, doesn't need it fancy, totally okay with some basic gas station coffee. She works best under pressure and wrote a lot of this book and her last book, Talking as Fast as I Can, while filming shows, including Gilmore Girls. She said she'd type away, and then as soon as they would start filming, she'd hide her laptop behind a pillow or under a chair and start acting, which is just so cool that she can multitask like that. She talked a lot about Kelly Bishop. She said she absolutely loves working with her. If you don't know who Kelly Bishop is, she plays Emily Gilmore. She shared a story about when they were filming late, they would share a tiny little bag of Cheetos, and Kelly would make it super secretive and just whisper to Lauren when she thought it was time to break into their snack, which I think is just so funny. They still keep in touch and sign all of their text messages either TVM for TV Mom or TVD, which is TV Daughter. Her favorite actress to film with was Meryl Streep. They worked together, and she said that while they were working together, all she could think of was, oh my gosh, this is Meryl Streep. I am next to Meryl Streep. I am working with Meryl Streep, which is just exactly how I felt about being in the same room as Lorelai Gilmore, obviously. But she just had nothing but kind words to say about Meryl. But one of my favorite parts was kind of a little bit unscripted. So the event took place in a church, and both Sam Pancake and Lauren made a few jokes about that. Lauren started by welcoming everyone and then saying, God bless. And then later on in the evening, she even serenaded all of us with a few words of Silent Night. But overall, the evening was just absolutely amazing, magical, brilliant, gorgeous, all of the fantastic words I could ever think of. It was literally a dream come true. One of the best nights of my life. Seriously, I could not have asked for anything more but to meet the Lorelai Gilmore, Lauren Graham person who's on my shirt. I love her so much, and it was a magical evening. But that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed Just Haley.